Hi, I'm Peter Kerr. Welcome to Rock Daydream Nation. Got a new segment, stuff I'm listening to. Something old, something new, something borrowed, just vinyl. First one, Kiss, Dynasty, 1979. So this is when Kiss were probably on the downward spiral in the US, but in Australia, where I come from, it was like Beatlemania. It was off the back of the I Was Made for Loving You song, which I think either hit number 2 or number 1. This album definitely went to number 1. To me, there are some really strong tracks on it. Sure Knows Something is, in my opinion, Paul Stanley's finest songwriting moment. And even the deeper tracks like Dirty Living, Peter Criss, it's really funky. Charisma, X-Ray Eyes, 2000 Man. I think it's a solid album, not as heavy as their earlier 1970s output, but definitely worth a listen. And yep, I've been listening to this and I like it a lot. Next one, INXS, Listen Like Thieves. So this is a transitional album. This was the breakthrough in the US to their 1987 Kick album, which went on to mega platinum stadium success. But to me, this is probably a better album. It's got stronger tracks, it's got crunchier guitars and better songwriting. Listen Like Thieves is the lead track. What You Need, which went top 5 in the US. Crunchy guitars, great riff. Other songs that I really like, Kiss the Dirt, Good and Bad Times, Shine Like It Does, definitely worth investigating. Michael Hutchence was a great frontman, and I think this album definitely has all his charisma oozing through every single track on this album. So definitely, if you like, less synth pop INXS, but more crunchy guitars, definitely Listen Like Thieves. Next one is a band called Heaven, Twilight of Mischief. So Heaven were a band in the early 80s, lead singer Alan Fryer, who auditioned for the Bon Scott vocal position in AC/DC, but missed out. When you listen to this album, you'll understand why he had that similar gravelly tone in his voice. And Heaven were very much in the AC/DC mold, but some really decent tracks. So if you like that AC/DC chords and that Bon Scott era of AC/DC, and I'm talking about TNT, Powerage, maybe a bit of Highway to Hell, this album is definitely worth investigating. Twilight of Mischief. Probably the lead single of this was Fantasy, and Suck City is worth listening as well. A little bit off the rails, this one, Animotion, regarded as a one-hit wonder in the States, had a bit of a hit in Australia as well with You're an Obsession. I bought this at a record fair for 50 cents. It's decent. There is more to this band, obviously, than that song. Very much in the Missing Persons new wave vein. Lots of sort of interesting guitar riffage. A lot of the synthesizer sounds are very much of their time, but something worth investigating a little bit more than that song. If you like that song and you like Missing Persons and a little bit of later period Blondie, check out the Animotion album. It's not too bad at all. Finally, my album of 2021, Amyl and the Sniffers, Comfort to Me. Well, what a force of nature this band is. This is their second album, and usually with the sophomore album, there's a dip in quality. This is not the case. It's actually an improvement with their first album. Amy Taylor vocals is a force of nature. Part Chrissy Amphlett, part Wendy O. Williams, and part Nina Hagen. She is just a dynamo. Primary songwriter of the band. I would describe this band as if part Sex Pistols meets Plasmatics. The live show is just a force of nature. She's part outrageous. The songwriting is really strong. It's you know, a lot of potty mouth lyrics. If swear words offend you, stay away. But the lyrical concerns of this album, female empowerment, sort of isolation, reaching out and finding yourself in this sort of COVID, effed up sort of world, anger, empowerment. If this is the sort of album that is both that you want to get a release, or at the same time, you just want to sort of hear some uplifting music at the same time, definitely investigate. And I have to put a special mention to the rest of the band, Deck Martin's Sus Roma and Bryce Wilson. I mean, Deck Martin's guitar work, gee whiz, it's you know, some really serious riffage. So if you like your hard rock, but you like a little bit of that punky sort of style of music, definitely Amyl and the Sniffers, Comfort to Me, is an album for you. So that's my 5. Tell me what you think. Subscribe to Rock Daydream Nation. I'd like to see your comments as to what you're listening to, and we're going to do more of these segments just simply of vinyl I'm listening to. I'll catch up with you soon. Bye.